And that one almost hit him.
When you got a catcher like this guy with a big arm like that behind the plate, it really shuts down the running game.
The 2-1. And a foul ball.
When you have a catcher that can throw like that, a pitcher doesn't have to worry as much about the slide step. He can keep his mechanics intact and have a better opportunity of getting that hitter out with a swing and miss.
Gets down, base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Well, patience and discipline paid off right there as he got into an advantage count. Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
Nolan Arenado in the box now. No balls and a strike. That one hammered, but pulled foul. Hit on the ground, might be 2. Fires to second for 1. High throw to first, and he can't reach it. And it's going to wind up out of play. Jordan Walker stands in now and watches strike 1. Close, but called a ball. Ball 1. Woody Keller making the calls behind home for us today.
And Boog, something to keep an eye on is how pitchers utilize the top part of the strike zone. We see a lot more of that in today's game with pitchers going up there with hard stuff. Keller, definitely an umpire that isn't afraid to call strikes up in that part of the strike zone.
So 2 down now, and here is Mason Wynn. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Got it started a little too early. Strike 1. The 1-1 is fouled off. 2 outs. Swing and a ball driven pretty well out towards left center. He's there. He's got it. And that's the 3rd out. So 1 left for the Cardinals. We'll go to the bottom of the 2nd. No score. We head to the bottom of the 2nd. At the plate for Pittsburgh, Jake Fraley. As the lefty gets to work. And there's a foul ball. The atmosphere around postseason baseball, there really isn't anything like it in the sport. It's the time of year where the rally towels come out and the crowd energy gets cranked up even higher. And it finds its way through for a hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single. Ellie De La Cruz, the next to hit.
You look up in the stands in games like this, you just see a giant mass of color. Everything just blurs together, and it can be hard as a player not to get distracted by that kind of energy.
Here goes the runner. Swing and a high fly ball, deep left field. That's back. Pulls it in on the warning track. And now the first baseman, Christian Encarnacion Strand. Up the middle. There's one. Fires to first on the run. In time. Got him. And that'll do it. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. We played 2 full. No score. And welcome back to the ballpark. Top half of the 3rd inning. And here's the St. Louis leadoff man, Tommy Edman. Edman in his 7th season hitting leadoff in today's game. And he's a former Gold Glove Award winner. That catches the corner.
Cold night tonight, Boog, and that's a pretty firm fastball right there. I tell you what, memories of getting jammed, they creeping into my mind right now.
That one missed. Good eye in that spot. Next offering is in for a strike. The wind of the pitch. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. 2-2 now. Ground ball up the middle. Corner. Leadoff hitter gone in the 3rd. This is Dylan Carlson. California kid, played for his dad at Elk Grove High School. His teammates there with Nick Madrigal. There's a strike.
This guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
Top of the 3rd, no score. This one popped up, middle of the infield. Moving under this one. Brings it in. Out number 2. At the plate, Lars Nootbaar. Doubled in his first AB. Ball 1, no strikes. And another ball.
Back-to-back breaking pitches away, you get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised right here.
And now the lefty spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
I want to start that load a little bit sooner because of the good velo.
Fly ball, pretty well struck right field. Reynolds ranging back. Pulls it in on the warning track. Home half of the 3rd coming up. Back here in Pittsburgh, and the batter will be the shortstop, Nico Horner. Matz back to work. Line drive. Nice grab. Here's the catcher, Andy Rodriguez. Fastball for a strike. 0-1. Swings through that one for strike 2. 0-2. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, take a look at the 3-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
That's a base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Wastes no time there. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride and load out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out.
Runner on the go. And that one fouled off. Here's the pitch. Runner goes again. Next offering is fouled back. 2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first here in game 2. Runner on the move again. Pitch outside. Contreras throws. Not in time. It's a stolen base.
You know what? I like the aggressiveness right there. It looks like it's going to be tough to score in this one. Really good pitching so far. So why not try to put some pressure on him and see if you can steal the bag, get in the scoring position.
Man on second, 2 down. To third, Arenado. Sends it to first, and the inning is over. Pirates leave 1. Still no score. Wild Card Series game 2. Here's Nolan Gorman. He provides a surprising amount of pop from the second base position.
Listen, that's not something to take lightly. Getting that kind of production from the guys up the middle, it's not a strength of most lineups.
The wind and the pitch. Gets the slider in there for a strike. And what does that do for a team when you get power from unexpected spots like that?
When you're in the dugout and you see a guy come up big like that you don't necessarily expect it, it just energizes that entire team.
Rodriguez hauls it in, and there's one away.
No, inside.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
Fouled off. He was late. One down, base is empty. Left field, way back there. That's back. Tattooed to Tatertown and gone. Paul Goldschmidt goes deep. And just like that, they're out front. It's 1-0. And up to hit is Wilson Contreras. Swings through that one.
No ball, one strike.
Base is empty, one away. Here in game 2 of the wild card series. That's in there. And it's 0-2.
Man, he'd like to have that pitch back.
And that one hammered. That's back there. Leaps at the wall, but can't haul it in. Throws to second, and that's a double.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this. Ryan Pepio gets handed the rock out of the pen.
And that's a big potential run out there at second as he comes in trying to keep the deficit where it is. The infielders, they got to be thinking about keeping the ball from getting by them into the outfield any way they can.
And that's ripped into left. Base hit. Contreras headed home. He scores, and they lead by 2.
Stringing them together, that's 3 hits in a row. Off-speed pitch on the inside part of the plate. He turned on it nicely down the line. Nice job to not spin off of it and pull that thing foul.
Walker in the box now as he leaves that one up high. And a pop-up right side, foul territory. Encarnacion Strand calls it in, 2 away. Mason Wynn next up for the Cardinals. Right through there for a strike. Arenado off of first with 2 away. Hit in the air, left field. Hernandez settles underneath it, and that'll do it. But 2 runs for him, and they jump ahead. And midway in the 4th, it's the Cardinals 2 and the Pirates nothing. And we're back. The 4th, digging in is the switch hitting outfielder, Brian Reynolds. That one the other way, and out number 1 on the grab. Here's O'Neal Cruz. He's 0 for 1. Swing and a miss, chased it out of the zone.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
The wind to kick the pitch. On the ground, right side. Gorman throws out to first. Already 2 gone here in the home 4th. Up next for the Pirates, Jake Fraley. 1 for 1 with a single so far. First pitch misses. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the 2nd game of the series. There's a swing and a drive. And it gets into the corner, but it's foul. 2 down, nobody on. So now 1 and 2.
1-2.
And here it comes. And now 2 and 2. The Pirates down by a pair. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Bucks back here at PNC Park. New inning getting started. And here comes Tommy Edman. First pitch not close. Liner, base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Right there, does a great job of staying in the big part of the field. Man, there are a lot of hits there.
Carlson, the next to hit, takes outside.
1 ball.
Nobody
No
out.
strike.
Runner at first. Swing and a foul over the screen and back out of play.
Ball,
Just
no.
missed.
2 balls. 1 strike.
This is off the inside. And that's ball 3. On the ground to the left. And foul ball. Runner at first with no outs here. And a foul ball. He stays alive. 3-2 on the way. Puts it in the air out towards left center. And that'll fall for a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out. And up next for St. Louis, Lars Nootbaar. That misses. And that's ball 1.
1-0.
Left-hand hitter waits. And the slider just misses. Edman at second. Carlson on at first with nobody out.
They just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up.
Oh, now this ball gets down. 1 run is in. Around third. In there safely. And it's 4-0.
Showed some really nice patience.
So they turn things over to the righty, Gregory Santos.
Power slider guy, Boo. He throws it hard and gets a lot of late movement, so it's tough to pick up.
Now here is Nolan Gorman. That pitch in for a strike. 0-1.
You know, these Cards putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in, so I'd say mission accomplished.
Right-hander kicks, deals. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 1 down.
Just indecisive in that at-bat. He couldn't commit to the slider, tried to sit in between. Just not able to put the bat on the ball.
Goldie in the box again. Takes a strike. 2 runs across in the inning. And we're at the top of the 5th. Got him looking for the strikeout. Not sure about that call. Pitcher might have gotten a friendly strike 3. And now the Cardinals catcher, Wilson Contreras. And first offering is fouled off. Man at second. Just missed. And a big swing and a miss.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider.
And he got him. Strike 3, and that'll retire the side. But they'll pick up a couple runs here, both coming on this 2-run double. It's now a 4-0 ball game. This is the National League Wild Card Series on the show.
Making noise in the big toys. Celebrate out the gate like the big boys. With that girl with the ice, got the drip. Oh, hey. Here is up, cause they know I can big girls. Sashay, smelling like a pig.
We head to the bottom of the 5th. And now here is Ellie De La Cruz. Here comes a pitch. This one chopped up the middle. Over to Goldie. One up, one down. Christian Encarnacion Strand now at the plate. Foul ball. The Cards leading by 4. Last half of inning number 5. And that one is inside ball 1. On the ground to short. Over to Goldie.
That's an out.
Home after the 5th inning, moving along. 2 quick outs. 2 outs, base is empty. Here's Nico Horner. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Nootbaar makes the catch, inning over. And 1, 2, 3 go the Pirates. They're on the short end. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. Now up for St. Louis, Nolan Arenado.
1 ball, no strike.
Just missed. Out there to center. Dives, but it's off his glove. Base hit. Now he turns and heads for second. The throw in, not in time. He's safe.
Well, that was one of those high percentage advantage counts where batting averages are just so much higher. So impressive that he didn't get tied up or jammed on that pitch inside. Instead, good quick hands allowed him to get the barrel to it, just shoot it up the middle of the field for that knock.
1-1.
Runner in scoring position, nobody out. And we're in the top half of the 6th. Got it by him for the K.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. Rodriguez snags it for the second out. So the batting order turns over. Next to hit, Tommy Edman. That one misses. Ball 1. Right through there for a strike. Popped up to the left, into foul ground. On his way over. He's got it, and that'll do it. So a leadoff double, but they can't cash it in. And welcome back to the ballpark. John Shelby with Chris Singleton in the booth, and leading off the bottom of the 6th, Endy Rodriguez. Popped up. Win in position. Puts it away for the out. And there's one down.
Now left field.
Back to the top of the lineup. Here's Teoscar Hernandez. 1 for 2. Hernandez, a former All-Star, 32 years old, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. Close one, doesn't get the call. And that is ball 1. Rip towards third. Arenado to first in time. 2 up, 2 down. 2 outs, base is empty. And here is Ke'Bryan Hayes. That misses the zone. 1-0. The pitch. Found back our way, and that's out of play. And the pitch. Line drive, base hit, right field. And at first, so next to the plate for Pittsburgh, Brian Reynolds. Line drive, base hit. throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out. And now the DH. Pinch hitter coming on. Pete Alonso.
Man, it must be nice to pull a superstar off your bench, huh?
Swinging a foul over the screen and back out of play. And the next pitch is way outside. On the ground to first. A dive. Nice stop. And that's a nice play to end the inning. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound. Johan Oviedo.
They know that he can get a right-hander out, but he's in position to face a couple of lefties this inning.
And a foul ball. Kicks and fires. And fires in a fastball at 95. The 0-2. Gets a piece and stays alive. And a pitch. Battling here as he fouls it away. In the air to left down the line. And that will drop foul. And the right-hander deals. Goes down looking for the strikeout. Fastball at the letters frozen for strike 3. Now here is Lars Nootbaar. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
Well, they say it's the best pitch in baseball. Strike one. You get ahead. Oh, a good hitter as well. Who's a little bit more confidence to move to the at-bat.
That's in there. 0-2. Just off the outside part of the plate.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
And a ground ball to first. And 2 away to start the 7th.
The batter, the second baseman, Nolan Gorman.
2 outs, base is empty. Now up the Cardinals' number 4 hitter, Nolan Gorman. Just missed. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the late stages of game 2. Fouled off to the right. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Hernandez settles underneath it. Corrals it. And that is that. Back here in Pittsburgh. And now Jake Fraley. Matz back to work. That one hit to right. Nootbaar on the move. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And there's 1 down.
Maybe caught that one off the end just a little bit. Couldn't quite barrel it up enough to really drive it.
Ellie De La Cruz, the next Pirate to hit. Swings through that one for strike 1.
I really like how he's been attacking hitters early in at bats. He's thrown strikes on the first pitch to over 70% of the guys he's faced in this one.
Not close with that one. And the count even 1-1. The Pirates down by 4 here at the bottom of the 7th. One down, base is empty. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. The lefty fires. Into center. Edman going after it. Makes the grab, and there's 2 gone. Christian Encarnacion Strand, the next Pirate to hit. Here's a rocket out to left. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that ends the inning. Quarter go the Pirates. They trail it here 4-0. He swings and fouls one off. The 0-1. He swings and hits a fly ball. Center field. Calls it in for the out. Next to hit, Wilson Contreras. And a good eye there. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top of the 8th. That's in for a strike at 95, and it's 1-1. One down, base is empty. On the ground to first. And he handles it himself for the out.
No, he didn't recognize changeup earlier enough. Got out in front a little. Bit, rolled over on it and beat it into the ground.
And a base hit right there. And that keeps the inning alive.
Having himself a really nice game at the plate. Solid swing from start to end. On time with everything. Really good balance. Nice extension. And he met it out front for the line drive knock.
2 outs. That's in there. And the count is 0-2.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First 2 pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something out and figure it out quickly.
Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Some high cheese for strike 3. The Cards leave 1, but they lead it 4-0. And we're back. Now, Nico Horner. As he turns on the rubber, and with that good live arm delivers. And a foul ball, third base side.
You know, these Pirates, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. They've hit 7 line drives already, and even though some of them have been for outs, there's nothing wrong with delivering consistent, hard contact. That's almost always going to lead to positive results.
Bounce to the left side. On to first. Leadoff man is out here in the 8th. At the plate for Pittsburgh, Andy Rodriguez. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1. Base knock right field. So the 1-out hit turns the lineup over.
That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Now it's going to be Teoscar Hernandez. And first offering is fouled off.
Now, these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ballgame.
Time called. Chance to collect himself down 0-2. The pitch. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Rodriguez stands at first with 1 out. the middle. The feed for one. Double play. They can't seem to break through. Inning over. 8 innings, 8 zeros as the shutout continues here. It's the Cardinals 4 and the Pirates nothing. We go to the ninth, and now Mason Wynn. Sing, you talk about a guy that has all the skills. The range is really good, but the arm just stands out, and he makes all the plays. We're back. It's the top of the ninth, and there's a new pitcher on the mound. Hunter Harvey. The pitch. In the air, foul off first. Encarnacion Strand drifts towards it, and there's one away.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
Edman, batting with one down, takes the strike. And now it's even up. And there's a strike. Good heater at 98. And a swing and a miss. And there's 2 down.
That was a tough slider right there. He couldn't get a piece of it just to try to keep the at-bat alive. And hitters will tell you that slider, when a guy's able to really tunnel the pitch where it looks like a fastball and then late has a really good bite, so tough to lay off of because you've made the decision you don't want to get beat by a fastball, and then you swing and you miss. You go back to the dugout shaking your head.
2 down, nobody on. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. Bottom of the ninth coming up, and we'll see if he can complete the shutout after the break. So bottom of the ninth, at the plate for Pittsburgh, Ke'Bryan Hayes. And he deals. Hard ground ball, base down.
Now, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Couldn't get any air under it, but he smoked that ball back up the middle. Timing was just perfect. Got great wood on it, and there's just no chance for the infielders with how hard he hit it.
Reynolds in the box now. No balls and a strike. And before the 0-1, he asks for time.
If you're going to get something going, this is the time to do it. You get the leadoff man on. Everybody's got to look over the shoulder and say, I'm just going to keep the line moving. Don't try to do too much.
Swing and a line drive slicing into right field. Nootbaar makes the play.
As good as he's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand, you cannot hang a breaking ball right there. Lucky it stayed in the ballpark.
Here's Pete Alonso. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. And first offering is fouled off. Hayes leads off first with one away. At the belt and fires. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. There's one, and that's all they'll get.
Well, I really like this right here. He knocked the ball down on that dive and then was able to pick it up, get it to second base, cut that lead runner off, and that's keeping a guy out of scoring position.
Last chance now for the Pirates. Jake Fraley digs in now. Swing, and this one's bounced to the ground. And that is the ball game.